If someone has kidney failure, they need some form of renal replacement therapy, the commonest of which is dialysis. And dialysis really is a form of life support that involves a lot of commitment from the patient, and often the trade-off is not great in terms of quality of life. Many people don't have a living donor, but what that means then is you stay on dialysis and accumulate all the consequences of staying on dialysis, and you may have changes in your health while you're waiting for an organ to come available. And the wait list is often quite long. It can be 2, 3 years, 4 years. Some people wait much longer if they have antibodies. And we know that every day that someone spends on dialysis, that impacts their survival even after transplant. So that's why not only is transplant important, but living transplant is important, and even the potential for a preemptive kidney transplant, which means you get a kidney before you start dialysis. If you're a match to your living donor, then we can actually plan a transplant at a time when your health is good, when you're ready, and that'll remove all the side effects of waiting on dialysis for an organ to become available. The donor who comes forward doesn't actually have a medical problem, and they don't actually need a surgery. So we have to make sure that we do everything possible to ensure the health and well-being of the living kidney donor now and into the future. Every step of the way is sharing of information. So if you call and you say, I'm interested in doing this, can I have more information? We'll send you the information. And if after you get that information you want to go forward, you let us know, and then we go to the next step. And those next steps build on the previous steps. So they involve blood work, they involve x-rays, they involve urine tests, they involve other cancer screenings. And once you do a whole series of these things, we don't force a timeline. We let the potential donor determine the timeline. And at any point in the process, if they don't want to continue, then we stop. It's a completely no obligation thing, and we can make it happen as quickly as people are willing to make it happen. You know, there's lots of bottlenecks in the system. I can't control the lab, I can't control x-ray, I can't control other specialists, but we have built relationships, so if we need things done quickly, then we pick up the phone and make some calls and get it done quickly. I think the thing that amazes me time and time again is how willing people are to do whatever it takes for their loved ones. The second thing that I find quite incredible is this whole concept of the non-directed donors who don't actually have a recipient, who also will do whatever it takes to actually donate a kidney to a stranger. This is an opportunity to also hear people's stories, and everybody has an incredible story to tell. People have hard stories to listen to, people have had hard lives, but the fact that people can come through and do this incredible act of heroism, quite frankly, is unbelievable. And it's an honor and a privilege to deal with people in these vulnerable times, and they trust you, so I feel that's a really heavy weight. You're kind of humbled by the fact by how much trust people put in you. So that's why transplant is so important, I think, because you have an opportunity in a terrible time to give a better option when the options aren't always very good.